Hello everybody and welcome out to a very special edition of Wood League All-Stars. Now you guys are used to me casting the very best of the very worst, and today is going to be no different, but instead of going down into the depths of Bronze 5 ranked gameplay, we are bringing you a 5 versus 5 YouTubers custom game. We've got Sunny Splosion, Paquito, Panzer Dragon, Snowbird, and Frost Prime versus Jared. Oh, they got the level 1 fight already. Frost Prime going to be jumped on. He flashes away. Panzer Dragon disconnects. Black and Nolan, Red Mercy right on his tail. They both flash. The Flame Spitter is on, and that's going to be the auto attack for the first blood. Black Nola grabbing those 400 Gs, and that is a good start for our red team, which of course consists of Jeremy, the Gaming Curios, Black and Nola, Red Mercy, Zyda, and Carolyn. Now you guys, may not be used to such good players in your games, but let me assure you, I'm sure we'll still see some absolute hilarity. Taking a look at some of these matchups, it's pretty interesting. The average player in this game is around gold or platinum. It does go all the way up to challenger, however, and in the middle lane, we do have the matchup between Panzer Dragon, the challenger jungler, and Red Mercy, the Diamond 1 mid main. So I think that's where we're going to see a lot of individual skills shine through in the Zed versus Zed mirror matchup. And now that Pants is finally connected into the game, maybe he can join and compete in that middle lane. Everything else looks pretty normal for now, except for the fact that Pants doesn't have his trinket. I guess he'll automatically grab it when he walks out of base. But that would have been so great if that wasn't in the game, like it used to not be. You used to be able to just not buy a trinket at all. And then they realized that that was too much of a noob trap for people like this. Taking a look at some of these matchups, I think that up top could be a little bit risky. Snowbird is a bit of a Quinn main, I feel, when I play with him. I've seen him on it a lot, and Black Nola, I believe, is still in silver. So this could be tough for him up here, especially with that range versus melee matchup. It's a little bit easier for Rumble because he does have the range abilities with the Flame Spitter and with his Taser gun, but with the level 2 Snowbird goes in, and it looks like he's doing a pretty heavy push early on, which actually means Black and Nola should be able to get a little bit of free farm up in this top lane. Coming down bottom, we have Carolyn and Zyda up against Frost Prime and Paquito, and I don't expect things are going to get too spicy down here too soon. Unless maybe a jungler comes in for the gank. We've got Jeremy, the Gaming Curios, here taking his red buff. He smites that up, and he is going to grab the level 3 off of this one. Could potentially turn that into an early gank. Meanwhile, on the other side, Sunny is going to be taking that Scuttle Crab. She has not yet done her blue buff, but is going to grab the little bit of vision in the river, and that will keep her from getting ganked at the blue while she takes it safely. Look at the health on that first clear. Things are looking pretty good for Sunny so far. And right now, nothing has happened after that first blood until Black and Nola goes in up top, and there's the gank from Jeremy Gaming Curios. He comes in with the Heartseeker Strike and finds a kill up top. Black and Nola now 1-0-1. Jeremy with the same score, and things are starting to look pretty good for our red team. And without any teleport on AD carries or, you know, crazy AP or AD builds, things are different for me. It's been a while since I've casted such a serious League of Legends game. Since you guys know, I haven't done much at the Challenger, the collegiate scene recently. I've mostly just been focusing on the fun, entertaining things. But, you know, I don't expect to see the highest levels of play from our friends here. We all know they got carried anyway, according to the YouTube comments on their videos. In the bottom lane, oh, a nice snare up onto the Frost Prime, and he's taking such massive damage. Carolyn comes in, and look at the absolute monstrosity that is that Zyra support. And I've got to say, it's going to be incredibly difficult when Zyra and Zyda are in the same lane, but are not the same person. But, you know, we're just going to have to deal with that. That's what comes with being a caster. You know, a professional, if you were. Let's see if Zyda can do it. Oh, 2 last hits. Can he get the 3rd? Oh, he does. You know, he is doing A-OK. Because he's strong as an OAK. Paquito misses a CS. Let's see if he has it in him to miss another. The minion goes low, and he grabs it. Let's see, there's another one. Frost Prime comes in, and he's able to get the Relic Shield proc off him. Very, very nice. Oh no, but this minion may be difficult, but they're able to land it. I shouldn't have doubted them in the first place. Now, Black Enola, he's still getting pushed in up here up top. His farm has fallen a little bit behind, but of course his score is still pretty spicy. So we're going to see what he can do with that, maybe turning that into some strength and team fights in the mid game. He looks to be building that Haunting Guise first. That gives him a good amount of health, ability power, and penetration. And penetration on Rumble is pretty essential to dish out his maximum amount of damage. And just, you know, fire in random electro spikes here and there. That's the way to be. He's level 6 now. He does have the equalizer. And I really... Oh! Did we miss... The Zed 1 versus 1, we're going to rewind and we're going to watch this one. Red Mercy and Panzer Dragon facing off. Red Mercy, he grabs the huge damage. He goes in with the ult. The ult comes in return from Panzer Dragon, but it's not going to be enough. And Red Mercy is able to pick that one up for himself. Am I seeing this right? Is that Diamond 1 better than Challenger? Oh man. Oh man, somebody's got to tell Riot. They've so they've got a little bit of a stomp going on here right now for the red team, but you know, I don't think that things are looking incredibly terrible with only being 1,500 gold down. I still think that with a little bit of farm, they can really stay in this one. You know, there's 4 kills so far for our red team, but if there's anything about a YouTuber is that they know how to throw a game, because, you know, there are all those games that you're starting to get great footage for, and then suddenly you lose it all, and, you know, you end a game thinking, what am I doing with my life? If I can't even do my job right. Jeremy GC is coming through that river, and he is looking towards the middle lane, but Red Mercy doesn't need him. As we, once again, I just don't expect there to be such crazy all-in 1v1s in the middle lane so often, but I guess I should keep the camera there a little bit more. Red Mercy comes in. Look at the damage from the Thunderlords there, and that is absolutely insane. Red Mercy grabs the kill, and he is now up 2-0 over Pants. He's got that serrated Dirk, and he is looking pretty strong coming here into the early game. In the bottom, there is the eternal push from Zyda and Zyra. Zyda finds a pretty solid CS advantage in addition to the assists he's already picked up. He's going to be building towards that Essence Reaver first item. Meanwhile, Paquito has picked up a Sheen, has not gotten the Tear of the Goddess to start stacking up, so he may not even be going for the Manamune. If he does, I think he'll be a little late in stacking that. Usually you want to buy that first so that you can get the 750 immediately. Sunny comes in and she is caught up by Jeremy. Jeremy is able to find the kill, and they're going to look for a second. Red Mercy coming in here. He does have the ultimate up, and he is going to be able to jump on to Paquito. He jumps all the way back to his ult Shadow, and he's able to escape with his life. Carolyn takes a couple of turret shots, and I think she's going to be okay unless Frost Prime can come through with the hero Thresh moves. I think he's going to be forced to back off of this one as Jeremy is looking for blood. 2-0-1. He's picked up the Skirmisher's Saber, so he's going to be looking for some of that 1 versus 1 dueling, the awesome true damage on those attacks, and the decreased damage when he does use that smite. Now, with his eyes on the red buff, should be able to take this out pretty easily before Sunny can make it there, and even if she does, unless she's got the health of her teammates, I think Jeremy should be able to take it, but he isn't going to stick around long enough to find out. Red Mercy in the middle lane does get jumped on by Panzer Dragon, but he does not have his ultimate yet. The Ignite is down from Pants, and that's going to be the kill in return finally. Getting a little bit of retribution there. He types the flame in the all chat, the ho ho ho. Jeremy wants a little bit of a kill back, but he's not going to find it. Instead, going to work on taking out that pink ward. Does have to be careful that he doesn't get 2v1'd here. He may be able to fight it though, but instead Pants is just going to finish his recall. He's going to come through and push out the middle lane. And things are starting to look pretty good for our guys in red. Wonder if we should have given them festive names. Red team and blue team are just so boring, but you know, I really think that the members can speak for themselves on this one. I don't know that they want to be tied down to any sort of titles. You know, I just wanted to take a little bit of a gap in this game to say, if you guys are enjoying the video, or enjoying any of the Wood League All-Stars series, if you guys could leave a like, maybe a positive comment, let me know what you think about it, and maybe even think about subscribing. It really means a lot to me. You know, the sellout mode is turned on, but those things really, really do help us out. And making YouTube videos is something I really like doing. I don't monetize my stuff because I just like doing it for fun. And so it really means a lot for people to see this and enjoy. And anyway, let's get right back into the action. Red Mercy, some clean farming in the mid. He's picked up the BF sword, and along with the serrated dirk, it looks like that is going to be going into the Duskblade of Drakthar, something that we can expect. That is such a strong item on Zed. Zed was actually nerfed on the patch that item was released, just because the item is so strong on him. Meanwhile, Panzer Dragon going for the Yumu's Ghostblade first, it appears. And I could say, not only is that a strong item on Zed, but it's a really good item when you're not rolling in gold, since the build path is a bit cheaper. You never have to save up for the full BF sword. And so even if you're falling behind, the fact that you can buy little bits and pieces, similar to how Blade of the Ruined King can be a strong item when you're behind for a similar reason, is that you can just afford to build it when you go back, and with his 2 deaths, he's had to go back a couple of times. Red team now in the river looking towards Dragon. They've got the pink wards up, and it looks like they should be able to take this pretty well. However, with the 2 wards in the Dragon pit, it looks like blue team's not going to let this one go away for free. They're actually going to pull off of the Dragon now. They are a little bit afraid of, you know, maybe what Pants or Sunny can do to disrupt. I thought that they were going to go for that, and we might actually see a full-on Dragon fight, but instead, they're going to play it extremely safe. Paquito's still not yet picking up the Tear of the Goddess, and at that point, I don't know if we're going to see the Mana Mune at all. Carolyn going to come in here with her sweeping lens, but she's not going to be able to grab the last hit on the ward, and so there is still one in the Dragon pit. Snowbird has disconnected. Not sure if we have the pause coming out or if they're just going to continue playing. However, Jeremy is going to ult into the mid lane for the gank on Panzer Dragon. He flashes away, and he may be able to get away safe with the turret shot. Jeremy falls low, but he comes in with the flash, with the stun, and with the kill. Red Mercy grabbing Panzer Dragon for his 4th kill of the game. 84 CS up, 4-1-1. He is looking pretty solid so far. And, you know, Pants, the highest elo player in the game, also the one with the most deaths. So, you know, take from that what you will. Snowbird has reconnected. He decided that he was going to rejoin his team even after rage quitting. Maybe thinking he was going to give it one last shot to carry. Sorry, but Frost Prime is getting a little bit too far forward. He takes some damage, but he is able to escape from that one, using his fancy footwork to juke out those snares coming from Carol Lynn, but his team is going to go in aggressively. Zyda falls so low, but the death mark isn't enough to pop him. And, you know, as long as your health isn't 0, it's enough. Zyda going to escape from that one safely. And it looks like he should be able to buy up that Essence Reaver, getting his first major item of the game. I don't have anything to say about that one. I don't know, let's look top lane. Fuck it. Oh, Frost Prime comes in with the huge look. He's got the ignite. The turret is on Black Knoll and everything, and that's gonna what? What? Just oh. Black Knoll had 3 levels on him. It was top laner versus support. But Frost Prime comes out huge. That was amazing. What was that? You know, Frost has been talking about how he would love to go pro someday. And, you know, if that's not deserving of going pro, then I don't know what is. Oh, Panzer Dragon coming in on the Red Mercy. He's got the Ignite. He's got the auto attacks, and he's got the kill. Panzer Dragon falls down low, but he should be able to escape unless Jeremy has his... No. There comes Zyda out of nowhere. And we lose Pants once again. You know, I haven't lost my pants this much since, you know, elementary school nightmares, but in the river, we've now got some PvE combat. Raid boss down, Scuttle Crab going to fall. Dragon, however, still untouched for the most part after the meager attempt from our friends over on the red team. Carolyn going to come down and rejoin Zyda as they keep on pushing some pretty solid farm onto Lucian right now, the most farmed member of the game. Paquito has picked up that Iceborne Gauntlet, the Frosted Fisticuffs as it were, but is going for what I feel like is an interesting build. You know, he is a little bit higher elo than me, and so I suppose he knows what he's doing, but I've got to say, I'm pretty used to picking up that Tear of the Goddess and spending the first few minutes of the game as a little bit of an AOK farm fest. You know what, in the mid lane, they're gonna I think they're just gonna keep killing each other. It's gonna happen. There's not a lot we can do about it. It's kind of like you know, the war in the Middle East. No matter how many times you show it on TV, it never changes or never changes. Paquito is gonna be able to get out of that one. Red Mercy is going to potentially go down. Frost Prime comes in with the CC, but they don't have the damage to lock him up. And Jeremy going to come in for yet another successful gank. 2, 0, and 3. Things are looking pretty good here. They've got a 6 into Duskblade of Drakthar, Diamond 1 mid lane main. What could go wrong? Zyda comes in with the culling, but Paquito's going to be able to get out of that one absolutely safely. While Zyda, you know, he do. Not too much has gone on in the top lane after, you know, the little bit of early action from the jungler ganks. Black and Ola continuing to farm up. Don't know that he's getting 100% of the CS there at 89 currently, a little bit behind our friend Snowbird, but you know, things are still looking pretty good for him. He's got level 11, so he does have the level 2 equalizer. He's going to use it there onto Sunny Explosion. He comes in with the Flame Spitter. He does have that. Oh, absolute destruction coming on the Black Enola. The ult from Nautilus not even needed as Snowbird comes in to grab the kill, the 3v1 in the top lane. It looks like he was a little bit in past his depth. Red Mercy now going to come around, see what he can do, possibly pick up a kill. Snowbird's going to come blind into the bush and is actually going to be able to escape from this one. He flashes away, and Red Mercy's not going to be able to find that kill. He did not have the Duskblade of Drakthar up, but now Frost Prime is the one in danger. Jeremy, the Gaming Curios, is in on here, and he is a lower level than the enemy support. That was not something I was expecting. Red Mercy comes in onto Frost Prime. He's got the Death Mark and the Ignite down. Jeremy now comes in with the stun, and the Heartseeker Strike is going to be enough to find it. Panzer Dragon goes down for the 7th. What? That's gotta be a bug. There's no way he's died 7 times to this game. Jeremy throws the all chat. See you guys next time. Oh, Pants claims he lagged. I'm sure that he's lagged 7 times. You know, those Canadian ISPs. Right now it's 14-5. A pretty solid lead here for our red team. 6,000 gold up, 2 turrets, and of course 9 kills. However, they've still not picked up that first dragon, which will be a nice increase to their attack damage and their ability power. Oh, Snowbird, not in a good spot up here. Jeremy comes in, he flashes, he spears, and he kills. He grabs his 4th kill of the game, 4-0 and 4. However, he's still at a surprisingly low level in this game. The lowest level in the game, tied with the supports and the enemy jungler. I suppose overall that's okay, but I know for a fact that Jeremy does not like playing any sort of PvE. If it involves minions or monsters, he's gonna have none of that. He just likes to farm champions. Red Mercy clearing out some minions in the mid lane, but takes out quite a bit of harass in doing so. He's going to fall pretty low here, but he's still going to look for blood as he comes in here with the Yuuma's Ghost Blade, but he gets immediately hooked by the Frost Prime. He does dodge out from the Nautilus ultimate, but he goes down anyway. Man, Frost Prime is absolutely on fire with these Thresh hooks and flays this game. Very well played, my friend. Jeremy and Zyda backing off of this one, taking huge damage from the Pokito. But in the end, no one else is going to go down. Black Enola, looks like he did die to Snowbird up in the top. Snowbird now doing his best to push out that lane. No turrets have been taken at the top. But, you know, with a little bit of attack damage and attack speed, he does pop the Yuumas, and he should be able to take that down. Now it'll be a good amount of global gold for his team back, potentially getting them slightly farther back into the game. I can't tell you guys how this game ends, but I can tell you it's actually going to go on for quite a bit longer. You can see down in the bottom. Oh no, that's actually a bit of a spoiler. I never realized that. Maybe I should cover that up in the video, but anyway, you guys can see. The game goes on for 38 minutes. Blue team does find the dragon. I'm actually surprised that they're the ones who took it, since the red team has been so far ahead for most of this game. They're now actually grouping up in the middle lane, and with 5 members here, they should be able to take this turret absolutely free, potentially moving on to the inner turret after that one. Black Enola is coming in to defend, but he does not have his equalizer. Jeremy is coming in as well. He does have the ultimate. He may be looking to ult onto this minion wave and clear it out. And there it's going to be. They should be able to keep this turret safe for now. Oh, they have Red Mercy coming in for the flank from the back. Pokito may be in a bad spot here. Red Mercy pops the Yuumas, and look at that huge damage. That was disgusting. He gets the Duskblade back, because if your target does die before Duskblade does pop, of course that cooldown is refunded. That would be mighty unfortunate if he didn't get anything from that. But man, the damage he gets from the auto attack, the single ability, and from that Thunderlords is it's pretty gross, to say the least. Right now, there are 2 members of the team, or 2 people in this game who have not died. And that's Jeremy and Carolyn. They're playing it pretty smart. But they're also some of the least farmed in the game. So maybe what we're saying is sometimes you gotta sacrifice yourself for the minions? I think that's definitely the lesson to take from this one. Panzer Dragon, challenger player, just passing 100 farm 22 minutes into the game. Man, if this guy could be challenger, maybe anyone can? I don't know. Oh, Frost Prime is going to take the culling to the face, and Zyda comes in for the kill. However, Jeremy is going to go down immediately afterward, falling to Snowbird. Now Zyda is dueling Panzer Dragon. He's got the auto attacks, he's got the abilities, but he does not have the damage to finish him off. Snowbird comes in for the double kill. And things are looking pretty good for our Turbo Bird in the middle lane. Black Enola and Red Mercy really want to stick around for the kill. However, they are going to hightail it out of there after they realize they may be outnumbered. This is a little bit of a brawl, which I gotta say is something we love to see. Red Mercy now coming in, eliminating Snowbird. Oh man, absolutely squashing him. He grabs Shuriken and he's able to take it, but Panzer Dragon, what was that? He is able to outfaker Red Mercy. Now Frost Prime comes in, he with the flash, with the flay, and they should be able to find Black Enola rather easily for this one. Panzer Dragon grabs the Rampage, is able to bring his score even, 7-7-2, and they find a second kill in the middle lane. Things may be turning around for them. You know, they're still quite a bit behind in terms of kills. However, in gold overall, they're less than 4,000 down now, which is not that bad considering they're almost 25 minutes into the game now. You know, there's only one member that, oh man, my mount, like, spectator mode is sometimes garbage. I'm going to tell you guys that. Sometimes it just bugs out tremendously. That's why you go on, like, the camera tours. Here, oh, Jeremy's going to be caught, but Are they the ones doing the catching as Lyn and Jeremy come with the huge area of effect damage, the Heartseeker Strike, and the plants coming together to bring Jeremy a double kill on Pantheon. Things are looking pretty good. At least in terms of the score, however, like we're saying, that gold, I don't know. Things may not be quite so skewed as they might have been. Well, Zyda's dead. Snowbird, you know, he disconnected for a little bit. He was behind early, but he is catching up. The Pineapple Express calling in the jungle. Oh, Blackanola comes in. He wants the kill onto Snowbird, but he's not going to be able to find a depth charge. Knocks Blackanola up, and there is the anchor to keep him under the turret. Jeremy comes through with the ultimate, but he's not able to find it onto Snowbird. No, he jumps in. He grabs the auto attack, and he finds it, but he does go down for it. Red Mercy now with the ignite and the auto attacks. A double kill for our boy Frost Prime. And that's the retaliation, 3 kills for 1. And they're going to hop onto the Baron for that one. They don't have a ton of damage on this. Panzer Dragon going to be the primary source here, but Sunny and Frost may be able to tank that up fairly well. They do have Paquito coming in. He has been building quite a bit of AD. Is quite a bit stronger here in the mid game after skipping that tier. And so he is going to be able to put out some solid damage once he's finally there. And it looks like this will be the dragon for them. Zyda is not going to do anything to stop them. I said dragon, I meant Baron, of course. But you guys know that. You guys are smarter than me, aren't you? Is that the real Falcon? Says Snowbird. And it looks like our blue team is in fact coming back, boys. Panzer Dragon so eloquently puts it, as they are now only 2,000 gold behind after what was a huge deficit after a very, very strong early game. You know, Red Mercy is 12-5, which is absolutely disgusting, but they are still, you know, losing some of these fights overall. The mid laner killed the support, surprisingly enough. But Snowbird, and what? That was some enormous damage on Zyda. He's now trying to do the 1 versus 2, but Blackanola's gonna have none of that. And despite oh man, you were so close. You were so close, Blackanola. Paquito and Sunny hopping onto the dragon here, and they have been on point with that buff control. Look at that. They've taken the Baron, they've taken 2 dragons, and they have taken their way back into the game. Why are people fight? Okay. Wait, I want to see this. I'm gonna rewind just a little bit to see what happens up here. Jeremy is going to be jumped on by Panzer Dragon. Why are we fast forwarding? No, this isn't what I wanted at all. That was, you know, we're just gonna let it happen. There's a reason why the LCS casters have observers. They're not controlling, if they're controlling their own cameras at all, it's only for them to see. What's going on the LCS broadcast are, of course, professional observers using professional equipment. And not the setup I have here, sitting at my desk. Red Mercy afraid to duel Frost Prime, of course, since he is a terrifying 4-8 Thresh. Red Mercy pops the Yumu's Ghostblade, and he's going to go in here onto Paquito. He has the Death's Mark on, but Paquito should be able to get out of this one safely. Red Mercy going to pop right back to his ultimate shadow and get out of there safely, but Snowbird will find the kill for himself onto Zyda. He should be able to get out of there. A nice snare. Look at the huge effects when it goes onto someone as large as Nautilus. The ultimate from Jeremy now coming in. He does find a little bit of damage, and the slow onto Sunny Explosion may be enough to lock her up, but the damage comes back around. Red Mercy falls so low. Pans has the death mark on him and will pop him. The equalizer comes across the fight, and it's actually looking huge, but Blackanola is going to go down. There's no damage to finish them off. Jeremy falls low. He turns around with the Heartseeker Strike, but does fall Snowbird, grabbing his 7th kill of the game, and that is almost the ace. Carolyn's the only one left alive here. Frostbite flashes in, but he does not find the death sentence. He's still looking for blood. He has the auto attack, he has the ignite, and he has the ace here for the blue team. 5-4-0. And that is the comeback. Holy. Can't say I was expecting that at all. Zaida now here, he's going to do his best to defend up against 5 members of the blue team, but with the Baron, what's he going to be able to do? The double ace coming. They've got their now Baron up, cannon minion. They do lose the Baron, but they do find the inhibitor turret and then back off. And they are now ahead in gold. Blue team has surpassed the red team, 52,000 to 49. Frost Prime picking up that Zz'Rot portal, putting it in a solid spot in the bottom lane. That's going to allow them to push onto that inner turret, and it's really going to be up to the members of the red team here to scope out that Zz'Rot and take it down so that it can't be used again. For 3 more minutes. Carolyn going to go hunting. Da 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 da. It takes so long. Whap. Whap, whap. Whap. So, what's gonna happen next? What do you guys think? I really like watching a game and just like imagining what's gonna happen next, and then when it actually happens, I'm like, blows my mind. You know, it's like a surprise. Like, you know, I didn't think Frost Prime was just going to let himself duel the enemy 13-6 mid laner again. Now allowing Red Mercy to go up to 14-6. And you know, although I've been so proud of my boy Tristan, I don't think you can take Red Mercy yourself. You know, maybe I just don't believe in you enough. But you know, I've been so proud of you for so many things. You just hit 100,000 subscribers. Yeah, you gotta play it safe, play it cool. Black Enola gonna teleport up to the top lane to stop the push from Snowbird. But actually stops his teleport, and so Snowbird's gonna be able to continue on with his push, and that will be the inner turret up in the top lane. He is gonna be able to escape from this one with his ultimate. The red team was looking to possibly collapse, but they're not going to close in on this one. They're instead going to back off to safety. They still do have all their inhibitors, fortunately, but things aren't looking quite so great for them. They still should be pretty strong in fights. The area of effect damage they get from the Rumble and from the Zyra is still so strong, but you know, a lot of magic resist now coming out from the blue team. They've got their Hex Drinkers, they've got their Quicksilver Sashes, and you know, they may be able to actually take this in the end. We're coming down to the last 5 minutes of the game here, and this may be an explosive finish. Sun Explosion is doing her best to push out with the wave clear. Wave clear. Oh, Jeremy coming in, but Panzer Dragon is going to be the one who initiates this fight. The Equalizer comes across, the depth charge knocks up Jeremy, and Pants pops him for the kill with that death's mark. Death mark? Man, you know how sometimes you're just speaking English and then you forget how? Yeah, me neither. Just gonna point out that Paquito did die, even though it was off screen. I just want to make sure you all remember that. It did happen. Carolyn and Black Enola. They're just gonna keep pushing out the bot, doing their best to keep their turrets up and safe, since turrets are very strong. They even deal massive damage to enemy champions, and they are one of your base's best defenses. In case you guys were curious about what the basics of League of Legends were. Oh, Red Mercy runs right over a pink ward, but he's going to come in and drop the ward into the Baron pit. There was a little bit of an attempt there, but they back off. They're not going to to throw a la Dignitas. They do come in and they do find that Zz'Rot portal. Burning it down will keep it from pushing on in the middle lane. Starting a push like that around a time when Dragon and Baron are up is so strong because it potentially gives your team the chance to take those out while another lane is pushing in aggressively. Now, Dragon is going to fall down, but Paquito steals it with the ultimate over the wall. He grabs the third dragon here for the blue team, and he redeems himself for a few of those solo deaths. That was very, very, very well played. And once again, the objective control just going over to the blue team. Even when the red team groups up and focuses it down themselves. You know? What use is Smite when you've got an Ezreal True Shot Barrage? Now Baron is going to fall so quickly, and no one from red team is going to be anywhere close to stop it. We've got 5 Baron up members. Those enhanced recalls coming out. They're going to come back and potentially do one final buy before the end of the game. Are they going to get cocky and get aced? Or are they going to be able to take this game? Snowbird comes into Turbo Bird through the middle lane, but I don't think he's quite ready to 1 versus 4. He's going to swing right back around. And I'm curious to see these fights mean so much right now. If anyone dies out solo, if Red Mercy is able to find a kill in the bottom lane, that could potentially be huge. He's going to stick around. There's no Warden here. And now the 1 versus 1 Zed versus Zed. Let's see who is dead. The Yumus comes through. Panzer Dragon, he turns around with the Death's Mark, but Red Mercy comes right back around. The Qs, and Panzer Dragon finds the kill. What was that? Who needs Faker versus Ryu when you've got Panzer Dragon versus Red Mercy in the bottom lane? That is 1 member down for 44 seconds. This may be the huge push. Snowbird up in the top lane. He's going to bring in a huge minion wave here. The rest of the team going to move in towards the mid, and they've got the 1-3-1 split push coming in here. That could be a very, very dead base. Snowbird turns around onto Black Enola, and look at the huge damage. He's got the Baron minions, 3 cannon minions with him. And the damage from the Q and the auto attacks. Carolyn uses the ult just to try and take out the minions, but the Baron gives him so many defenses in the middle lane. Frost Prime and Sun Explosion moving up alongside Paquito, and they are on this inhibitor. This may be the game here if they can pick up a couple kills. If not, they may be able to hold it at the Nexus turrets. But right now, things are not looking good for the red team. Sun Explosion and Paquito rejoin the rest of their team, and they are on the inhibitor turret now. The inhibitor taking it down with 2 inhibs down and 1 exposed in the top. This looks like the end. There may be one final explosive fight. Snowbird is the target, but he's able to cleanse off that death mark, and Red Mercy does fall. And if it's not the surrender, then it looks like it will be the Nexus going down. Oh, Panzer Dragon comes in with the death mark. He falls so low. He actually does go down to the Nexus turrets, but he does find the kill on to Carolyn. Now Sun Explosion comes in with 1 kill onto Zyda. Snowbird grabs the ace on the Black Enola, and that is going to be the game for the blue team. 33-31, 72,000 gold to 60, and the comeback of the century. They're on the Nexus. They're dealing the final damage, and that is it, ladies and gentlemen. Game 1, YouTubers 5v5 is over. However, if you thought that was it, then you are sorely mistaken. No, they played 2 games. So once again, if you guys like the video, please feel free to subscribe. That way, when game number 2 comes up, you will see it as soon as it is live, when we go in to see if the blue team can win once again, or if the red team is going to take their revenge. Thank you guys for watching. I've been Disciple. You've been watching. And I will see you guys next time.